North London. I'm Ian Danter. I've got Paul Nicholson and Chris Mason alongside me. It's night 8 at the PDC World Darts. We are still in the first round. By this time tomorrow night, we'll be edging towards the end of the first round and be ready to get things going for round 2 come the weekend. But we've got 4 more matches to bring you tonight on the talkSPORT app if you're listening via your phone or your tablet, or on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page, which I'm waving at the camera now. We have our camera in our commentary position, and we have 4 streams ready.
And I'm not this short.
No, he's not.
No.
He's got this. Mace has just got the smallest chair.
I'm in the demoted chair. I'm in the
emergency chair.
We've got 4 games tonight, so there's individual streams for each game that you can click on, and you can ask Mace and Nico questions using the chat room on those YouTube streams.
Yeah, get involved. I don't understand it. Everyone's got a real opinion on darts nowadays.
Yeah,
get involved. We'll give you some answers.
Well, there was lots of opinion about what Mace had to say about Raymond van Barneveld yesterday on our chat room, and we really have to start our conversation tonight before we even talk about the 4 games we've got coming up with what happened this afternoon with the Kenyan qualifier, David Manurea seeing off Mike De Decker. Is it the greatest shock in recent World Championship history?
It's the greatest story. I love it. I absolutely am all over it. What a moment. I think sometimes we forget how, it doesn't feel like it a lot of the time, but how blessed we are for someone like him to have just been the first Kenyan player to ever get here. You know, darts is very much a European cultural sport. For him to have done that and then gone up there and played the way he did, I'm in love with that story. It just, for me, sport should create opportunities and give you moments of just. I was chatting early in the match about him creating a little bit of a highlight reel. Well, he did more than that. It was remarkable against this guy's number. He didn't just beat another qualifier or someone who don't get it. He beat a guy that's a former major winner in 2024 and number 18 in the world.
I don't think we've even started to figure out the story of David Manurea, because in the last couple of hours I've been scrolling through social media just trying to figure out what on earth is going on with this guy, because first we find out that he's put the wasp in his pocket. So we all think he's taken care of the wasp, he's put the wasp in his pocket, he's going to keep it in a jar as a souvenir.
Because the wasp landed on his face.
Nearly
landed
in his eye.
Yeah. So apparently he took the wasp, didn't kill it, put it in his pocket when it was still alive.
Is he keeping it as a pet?
Apparently. And it gets even better than this.
Pet.
Because 2 days ago he was apparently fitted for a set of darts at a Greater London dart shop. He's had the darts for less than 48 hours.
And those darts are darts that belong to
Cameron Crabtree.
No way.
He's already tweeted or posted saying, well, it's a good job someone can use my darts, because Crabtree lost with his own kit.
Good
and
lad.
His
Good
kit
lad.
has actually been part of that history-making story this afternoon.
Yeah, and before that, we had another great example of the world game and the world championships and what it can bring, where Motomo Sakai of Japan saw off the French number 1 Thibaut Tricolore. Not quite as much of a shock necessarily, but to win 3-zip, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, me and Nico sat this morning and thought this one over, and we tipped up Thibaut with trepidation, because the Asian players, although they're not exposed to the level of darts we see week in, week out here on the Pro Tour and the Euro Tour and everything else that goes on, we knew he was a bit of a bowler. There's indications there's markers in his matches of where he's able to produce brilliant stuff, and he was talk about enjoying your moment in the sun. Every part of it was exactly why we love this sport.
I think we need to try and figure out where we go from now with Sakai, because we've had little bits of Japanese darts over the years. I'm one of the biggest fans of Japanese darts. I think they've got so much to offer. We've got Mitsuhiko Tatsunami tonight against MVG. Can't wait to see him play. He's dangerous. But Sakai obviously can play. We saw that from Tomoya Goto 2 years ago.
Yep.
We thought, What's he going to do? It hasn't quite panned out. We've had it with Haruki Muramatsu. Hasn't quite panned out.
Seigo Asada.
Yep. Seigo, for me, is the one with the biggest ceiling. And there were flashes of him coming back to form this year, and I was expecting him to get here, but he didn't. I'd like to see Seigo back here because he's fabulous. But if Sakai can play like that, and if he calms down and can find another level, we're talking about a 94, 95 average player. He's got levels.
Listen, I'm not popular with the the hierarchy within the PDC, but we've got we've got to make this game financially viable to get these people to come on tour and play the system, which is predominantly, unfortunately, played within Europe and the UK. And the only way we can do that is if they get a tour card, guarantee them some sort of first round losers money and everything, and then we may see a bit of a sea change, I think, Nico.
Yeah, I don't think we have Japanese players on tour on a full-time basis for at least 10 years, because I think we need to take this tour to the world. I don't think it should be centralised into places like Leicester, Milton Keynes and Wigan and Hildesheim and Den Bosch and places like that. We need to go further. We need to allow the professionals who make good money now to travel the world to get their ranking points.
Spread the word, Nico.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's well worth going to our YouTube page. If you're already on it, great. But if you're listening on the app tonight, there are terrific interviews with David Manurea and also with Sakai as well, through an interpreter.
And let's not get it lost. How good was Ryan Joyce today?
Oh, well, we talked about it. We did commentary on that, Nico and I. And it just, he was indeed relentless, and he played so well.
Death taxes double 16. Pal.
Yeah, absolutely. and he was even hitting double top as well.
I don't know who was
when
doing
required,
leaving it,
but yeah, that
didn't go 8 double 16. But.
That was a smashing performance. And let's not forget that Ryan Joyce took 3 sets off Luke Littler last year on his way to winning the thing. It was 4-3. That encounter.
Only player that ran him.
Only player that went close.
Ryan, yeah, there was. Yeah. But yeah, that was a genuine threat where we thought, hello.
So that was this afternoon. On to tonight. There are 2 headline attractions, I think it's fair to say, coming in games 2 and 3. Fallon Sherik, I cannot believe it's nearly 6 years since Tedevitz and Mensah Suljovic fell victim to the Queen of the Palace on that stage that we're looking at ahead of us. She's taking on Dave Chisnell in the second match of the night, and Dave has had a very forgettable 2025.
Ordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looked a shadow of himself, and maybe maybe sometimes players need to have a terrible time to sort of sit back and go, hang on a minute, what am I doing? What is going on? And it has been woeful. And it's normally when a player just starts to take things for granted and not put the effort in. And I'm not sure what's going on with Dave. All I know tonight is if he don't turn up, he gets busted.
I've known Dave a long time. He's genuinely the best practice partner I've ever played with. He's scary at times, but Dave is almost too friendly. And at this point in his life, I think there's a lot more going on than people realise. And I think also when the start of the year comes around and the people around him just expect Dave to turn up and get the big paychecks and get victories, I could speculate what's going on. I don't think that's right of me to do so. He needs change. Over the last 15 years, he hasn't had a great deal of evolution. It's been a case of turning up and trying to do the same things every season. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's not a major champion. He needs to try something new. And I don't mean a new set of barrels, a new set of flights, or a new dart shirt. I'm talking about personnel, and I'm talking about approach. He needs a revolution.
Fundamentals, then you're talking about.
Talent only gets you so far. It will only get. Like, I was guilty of it. I know exactly where I just thought all I got to do is just keep showing up, and eventually I'll get over the line. And my work ethic completely changed, and I got not necessarily lazy, but complacent, I think is probably a better word, Nico.
Yeah. If Chisnell loses tonight, the headline will be that Sherik wins, but what we should focus on if Dave loses tonight is
where does he go, Nico?
How do people rally around him to get him back? He's not that old. He's in his early 40s. He can have the best part of his career in the next 10 years, but the people around him have got to stand up and be counted.
Peter Wright didn't win his first world title until he was 49. Well, then there's perspective for you. And when it comes down to absolute out-and-out talent and ability, Chizzy has it all. I'm with Nico. There's something not quite being aligned, and I'm with him. Personnel, get people in, put people around you that will make you work hard.
At the start of this tournament, you got 20-1 against Michael van Gerwen winning another world title. He's third up tonight.
For a reason, though, Dan.
Yes,
for a reason. But
we talked about the word change there. Certainly, Michael has had a year of change, mostly off the hockey, away from darts that's affected him. But he's looking trimmer and fitter than I have ever seen him as he walked past our little talkSPORT cubby hole.
And I don't mind
today.
I don't mind his priorities changing. He's a father, and he openly admits his priority is his kids, and that's how it should be. This is a guy that has done it all, and over and over and over again. He owes this sport nothing. We owe him a huge amount, because when someone like Phil Taylor retires, everybody goes, "Oh, what happens now? Oh, who's going to be? Who's going to step in those big boots?" Well, he did, and he did it for years and years and years. You got to remember, he first burst on the scene when he was 17, a kid. He got loaded with pressure.
He was number one in the world for 7 years.
Yeah,
and he played his debut match at this place against Taylor and nearly beat him in 2008, the very first Ali Pali. Nobody upon nobody, including everybody else who has been world number one. Nobody's carried world number one better than Michael van Gerwen. No one. Because of what Mace has just mentioned. Because he was the one who carried the torch post Taylor. And even when Taylor was around, Taylor was still around between 14 and the end of 2017. It was 3 years where Michael was the best player, and he still carried the number one torch with the greatest ever in tow. So, yeah, we do owe Michael, but I think he owes himself one more world title.
Yeah.
He can't stay on 3 for much longer, otherwise he's not going to get a number 4.
Way too good to, I say only 3. I'd love 1, or, just literally 1.
And another charismatic Japanese player in Tatsunami up against him this evening. Another guy who's got very little experience of coming over to this part of the world, plays a lot of the Steel Darts Tour in Japan and the Asian Tour.
He's a domestic player. Now, he has played a little bit of Asian Tour, but predominantly Mitsuhiko plays in Japan. He plays the Steel Tip Pro Tour, and he plays a bit of soft tip as well. He's not young, he's in his 50s. This is the biggest thing that's happened to him internationally. He's played for his country as well. And what he's going to thrive on tonight is the atmosphere that the players had this afternoon. It's going to be embellished with a little bit of extra lubrication, I'm sure. But what people need to understand on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT YouTube channel is that when the Japanese players come out, they've got supporters that no other country has. It might as well be Street Fighter out there or some sort of manga, because the Japanese people in the VIP area are dressed to the nines. And they have a posse, they have a following, and they are inspired by it. Now, he's on no pressure tonight, Mitsuhiko, none at all.
And just
why does Japanese names sound so great in Geordie?
I know.
It's just roller coaster. It's
Coca-Cola.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It is. It's just
Tatsunami.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Anyway, I love a name that's got tsunami in it.
Another one that sounds good will be Alexis Toilo. The man from the Philippines is last up tonight against Mr. 95 average.
He's a baller.
We remember Toilo from last year. If you don't remember him, he was the guy that was doing lots of practice throws.
He beat Bunty in the Grand Slam this year.
He did.
In the group phase, 5-4 with a decent average. It wasn't. It was awful.
But up against Mr. 95 average, Krzysztof Ratajski.
Ratajski's going to win the game. I've looked at this one. I think there's sets in this. I think you could nick a set out of Ratajski, at least over 4.518 is the punt there, mate.
Winner of that last game as well plays Ryan Joyce in the next round. Good luck with that.
Well, it's going to go all the way. They can both average 95. Probably every leg of every set will be played.
Well, a few comments coming in on the on the chat on our YouTube page. Spot on May says, old darts fan, I said the same about Asian and African players getting some financial help to make it worthwhile. On another site a few months ago, I got shot down in flames. For example, Christian Perez only played a few games on tour, made a quarter, could have made it with some financial support, but the PDC, he says, in his opinion, will always make decisions in the best interest of their profits, not the wider game.
However, Christian Perez did take about 6 months to get his visa. That wasn't the PDC's fault. That was actually the people where he was trying to get his visa from.
Before I go, the PDC are meant to make money. That's their job.
Mace, thank you so much for the time being. Chris Mason will be back with Chris Murphy for the second match, which is Fallon Sherik taking on Dave Chisnell. But you can hear John McDonald on the stage about to bring the first two players on, which will be firstly Dominik Grulich of Germany and then the Dutchman Jermaine Wattimena. Let's hand over to John.
The player from Germany making his World Championship debut, the winner of 2 development tours. Please welcome Dominik Grulich!
Right, Nico, get your Shazam out. I've got no idea who this is.
Not a clue. Don't even want to. Awful. Well, I'm not sure they were booing him there. I think they were saying Gru.
Maybe. There was a guitarist in Kiss called Bruce Kulick, and they used to go Bruce when he came on stage, and everyone thought he was being booed.
It's like Luke Donald. He used to get Luke when he was in the Ryder Cup.
Oh, he still get, he got it very much. Anyway, so Dominik Grulich, who's ranked 98th in the world, taking on the man in the top 20 again. He's had his ups and downs in terms of his PDC ranking over the years, but Jermaine Wattimena, the machine gun. Oh my goodness, this is Van Dyven Mark II in terms of this walk-on. I don't think even Shazam could pick this up as to what it is. Mate, your record's stuck. Oh no.
Well, I think the 4 dancers on the stage need a medal, because how do you find a rhythm with this?
I'm a drummer and I don't know. I can't place where the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 is.
Yeah, I think I know what they're doing. I think they're trying to scare the Wasp away.
Well, the Wasp did put in an appearance this afternoon, landed on the face of David Manurea.
Yeah, I think Dominik Grulich's on the stage right now as if to say, my walk-on tune was rather hardcore, but I think I've just been outdone by Jermaine Wattimena.
Machine guns on the stage. Pyrotechnics go off to herald the start of the night's action. 4 more games coming up then on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Crystal Palace are in action on talkSPORT 2 tonight in the Conference League. You can follow that game, full commentary on talkSPORT 2. But we're about to get underway for the Netherlands against Germany. And Wattimena has never got past the 3rd round here at Ali Pali. He's made it that far 4 times, including last year when Peter Wright took care of him in the end by 4 sets to 2.
Yeah, that was a good Peter Wright as well, who would then go on to beat Luke Humphries in the next round. He has lost in the last 32 in 2018 to Steve West by 4 sets to 1. Gary Anderson in 2019. That is the best game he's ever played on this stage, and he lost it. Since then, he has been in a 5-set drama-ridden game with Luke Humphries, but he lost to Dimitri in 2021 by 4 sets to 0 as well. So plenty of experience in getting to the last 32, but this is the last 128. In order to get to that stage, you've got to win twice. That's what makes this tournament just a little bit more difficult than previous years.
I'm indebted to Chris Manley on the YouTube chat. Dutch techno is ruthless, he says. That's what it was, Dutch techno. Okay.
You got to get it right, you know. I've had a chat with Dirk van Dijvenbode and Barry Van Peer. You got to get it exactly right. There's such a thing as trance, hardcore, hard style, and if you get it wrong, oh, they don't like it.
Well, it's like the difference between classic rock, thrash metal, speed metal, death metal, grindcore. Genres within genres, it's mad.
Well,
And before we even see a dart thrown, you mentioned Dimitri van den Berg. All the Belgians have gone from the tournament this year.
oh yeah, all the Belgians are gone. 5 started, 5 have gone, but there's still plenty of Dutch players left, and some of them haven't even thrown a dart on the stage yet. People like Kevin Doets, for example. Now, Dominik Grulich is at the hockey now, wearing a dart shirt that looks like the Milky Way.
Yeah, it's very flash. Wattimena started with a 140, could be in for a 180. You can tell when it's Wattimena if you're listening on the app, or indeed you're joining our watch along, because he's very much a muscle memory, quick thrower. Grulich much more, well, a bit more of an aimer. Only 60 for the German.
Yeah, and if you are tuning in on the talkSPORT app right now and you want to know what Dominik Grulich of Germany looks like, just type into your search engine a picture of Josh Gad.
Who's Josh Gad?
He's an actor, and he's actually a very big darts fan.
Is he?
Yeah, he was in the movie Wedding Ringer with Kevin Hart.
Okay.
He's got a big lion on the back of his shirt, has Grulich. He's going to need some sort of big qualities tonight to topple Wattimena, who's in very, very good fettle after his best ever season.
Yeah, semi-finals at the Players' Championship finals just recently. He got 3 ton-plus averages to get to that spot. Lost to Aspinall in the end quite heavily. He wants double 8 for the first leg, just inside double 4. He's outside, but he's got no rush, even though he does rush through his darts, because Grulich's back on 277 here.
Yeah, Grulich's going to have to play his own game tonight, because he could be drawn into a whirlwind. Nice 140 from Dominik, his first of the contest. Wattimena hits double 4, and he's 1-0 up just like that. He's won twice this year, has Wattimena. After so many near misses in Players' Championship events in the past, and after losing in the final of Players' Championship 18 this year to Stephen Bunting, you thought maybe he's never going to win one. And then he won Players' Championship 23. He beat Lucas Wenig in the final. Now, that was a double header in Germany where there was a lot of opportunity because a lot of the big guns didn't go. He beat Wenig in the final, but then just to make things a bit easier for himself when it came to the reputation of that win, he beat Nathan Aspinall in the final of Players' Championship 31. So it's not about people not attending, it's about the fact that he was the best on the day, not once but twice.
I have to remember that he first won his tour card 10 years ago, Jermaine Wattimena,
and he's never lost it.
Although he's wavered, as I say, in terms of his rankings, but back in the top 20 now, and deservedly so with the year that he's had. But he's behind in this leg. 180 plays 301, less these, and a trebleless visit for the machine gun. So Grulich in control of this second leg.
First start just under the treble 20, trying to build on top of it. Constantly prodding the dart is Dominik, who has had his problems with dartitis. So anybody who can play competitive darts at the minute, going through that dreaded thing, has got my vote. He's been to a final of a Players' Championship this year. Lost to Johnny Clayton in Rosmarlin. But Dominik has got 120 to win this second leg to make it 1-1 in the first set.
All the 20s then, treble, single, double if he can manage it. Gets the single underneath the treble. He's found the treble, tops for 1-1. This would be a lovely confidence booster for Grulich. Just underneath, but Wattimena's back on 185.
So far this game has been a tale of, if you've got the darts, you'll dominate the leg. Now, Dominik's got 20 left. There's only one thing missing from this leg, and there's a double. He's on debut. He hasn't hit a double on this board just yet, and he's not close with the first two to double 10. Gets a bit closer, and Wattimena's got a free hit for 2-0 in 85.
Went for treble 15, 70 left, 20 leaves the bull. Bullseye for Wattimena, just to the west, just to the west.
Don't miss again, Dominik. Listen to your Uncle Nico, because if you miss, you're going to get punished. Well done, Dominik. It's 1-1 in the first set.
First tour card he's ever won, right, this year for Grulich.
Yeah, very good development tour player. Finished 8th in the development tour order of merit for the season after 2 victories. And considering one of those victories in the final was against Bo Greaves, that gets everybody's attention.
We're being asked when Bo Greaves is playing tomorrow against Daryl Gurney, part of the evening session tomorrow night on talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's going to headline tomorrow by a mile. Everybody's waiting to see Greaves on that stage against Gurney. If I were Daryl when that draw came out, I would have locked myself away for 3 weeks, getting myself ready for that. It's not going to be pleasant for Daryl and his team, because everyone in this place will want Greaves to win.
Bit like earlier for De Decker and Manurea. Certainly the way that developed.
Yeah, I feel for Mike. I know the story is about the man from Kenya, but that was not personal from the audience to Mike De Decker. It's just that they wanted the story to unfold. De Decker's going to have to reset for next season. I'm a big fan of Mike's, and if he is listening to this, I just hope that he doesn't take it personally, because it really wasn't.
Wattimena 144 up against Grulich 141 after 12 darts apiece. Wattimena won't be able to take 144 out, but he's picked out a nice treble 19, stays downstairs and picks off treble 17 as well. Beautifully done.
Yeah, that's classy from Wattimena to leave double 8. However, Grulich on 141, just a little above the treble 20 with the first dart, strays into the treble 5, 106 left. And that is not a good single one to leave 105. Didn't make any difference. Wattimena hits the lower part of double 8 immediately for a 2-1 lead in the first set on the talkSPORT app, and everybody on the talkSPORT YouTube channel. Myself and Dance here, Murph and Mace for games 2 and 4 tonight. It's going to be a belter tonight.
MVG in action later, Fallon, Sherik in action next. And also the charismatic Alexis Toilo up against Krzysztof Ratajski to round off the night.
Do you know what? They might have a word in Filipino to describe Alexis Toilo, but I don't think it's got any English translation.
3,500 darts fans. Once again, not a seat to be had anywhere. And they're already enjoying their night. So, leg 4. Wattimena, the 19th seed. 2 legs to 1 up. Everything's going with the throw so far. But there's a chance here for Wattimena. Only 41 scored by Grulich. And Wattimena looking to take full advantage. There's the maximum he's been searching for since the get-go.
That was a blockbuster 180, wasn't it? He's quick, he's effective, and he's never been this calm on the hockey. He doesn't want to just come here, pick up a paycheck and leave. He's got big ambition this year. He thinks he can go deep. He's never been, well, he's not been this seeded this high enough at 19 since the 2020 championship, where he was number 18 seed, but he lost an unbelievable last 64 match to Luke Humphries that went to the very last leg. 6-5 in the last set. That was one of the best games this place has ever seen. 146 for Wattimena, small 7, then a 19, and a beautiful treble 20 on the back of it to leave himself well placed on 60 for the set if Grulich can't find 133.
This is an awkward finish, this. Treble 20, the first order of business. And he's underneath, so it won't go. So 93 left. Comes down for treble 19 and picks up a single. 20 for tops, Wattimena. First set is begging to be taken. And Jermaine, second set on the app and on the YouTube page. It is Jermaine Wattimena 1, Dominik Grulich 0. If you love your darts, whether it's league night, the local, or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know that the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with Luke from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts that he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now, Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni Auto scoring system, instant, accurate scoring and a slick, modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, just visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Linkler, get on target.
Alexandra Palace, Ian Danta and Paul Nicholson with you here. Jermaine Wattimena, the machine gun, already one set to the good in a race to 3 against Dominik Grulich of Germany on debut, his first year as a tour card holder. And he's got a pretty stern examination in front of him so far, Paul Nicholson.
Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it? Dominik's an excellent dart player. He's pretty young in his development. Maybe getting his tour card in January was a bit of a surprise to some people. They thought that it was possible in the future. But European Q School is seen as a little bit weaker than the Q School that happens in the UK.
Just explain for those who are watching or listening the difference between the development tour and the challenge tour as opposed to the main pro tour.
Well, when they first started the challenge tour, it was the development tour. They had an idea, or Rod Harrington had the idea with the PDC board to have a developmental system. So when they wanted to buy the BDO and they decided, both of the parties, that it wasn't going to happen, the PDC said, right, we'll do our own system then. It then branched out into a second tier system for people who didn't have a tour card and the people who were of a certain age. If you had a tour card and you were under the age of 25, you could play the development tour. Now, what we have is still that second level, which is the challenge tour. So that's anybody who goes to Q School but doesn't qualify for the Pro Tour. So you have to go to Q School to qualify for the Challenge Tour. The Development Tour is for people under the age of 25. And you can play events against someone of a like age. And that is for boys and girls, same for the Challenge Tour. And those feeder systems do allow us to get people who are burgeoning or starting to get talented in the second tier, like Stefan Belmont last night. He won the Challenge Tour system and beat Raymond van Barneveld last night. So it's a case of feeding the big events like this through different systems. Development is for young, challenge is for burgeoning of any age, and they can all come here and succeed and win lots of money.
And Grulich at 23 years of age here on the stage on debut. He did win 2 Development Tour titles in 2025. But Jermaine Wattimena looks in decent nick with that opening set, averaging a shade under 90, 50% on his doubles. But Grulich has the darts in the second set, which is underway now. And he desperately needs a treble that's different to treble 1.
In times, you and I, Dance, have tried to liken dart players to other sports stars or other things to try and describe what they're like. For me, Jermaine Wattimena is like a monster truck. But over the last 12 months, he's been given the best tune-up of his life. Because I don't know what he's done, but he's figured out how to succeed more. He doesn't show as much in-game passion as he once did. I think he's more measured in-game, and he reserves his passion for when he wins.
Well, that's just maturity, because he's 37 now, so you can imagine gets his tour card at 27, a little bit more headstrong maybe, exuberance of youth, but the experiences on tour, good and bad, have just moulded him into the dart player he is now.
Correct. Everything that has happened has turned him into the dart player that he is at this very minute. And the dart player he is in about 20 minutes will be stipulated by how this game goes. That's how it works. 249 Wattimena after 9. Not a brilliant leg so far, but it's a little bit better than Dominik, who's on 290 after 9. Only gets a ton. Still not bad. Not on a finish though. Wattimena's got a chance to take this first leg of the second set if he can get to a finish here, which he doesn't.
It's a rare trebleless visit in this leg from Jermaine Wattimena. Just a false throw there from Grulich, and you mentioned the dartitis that he's suffered with. It's a good first dart in the end though, right in the middle of the treble 20.
It makes him getting to the final of Players' Championship 14 even better. Yes, that was a day, where Johnny Clayton was irresistible. He averaged 103 for the day over 7 games. He was outstanding. And he would ultimately win the Dutch Darts Championship in the same room just weeks later. But Dominik did really well to make the final. He'd do very well to get this leg. He's got 110.
Treble 18 hit for double 18. Oh, he's only just inside. Will he be back for double 9? Wattimena wants 2 16s and gets it. So straight away he breaks the throw.
I've got a question for you.
Go on then.
Is darts popular now? Because that's Laura Robson in the audience.
Laura, yeah, she's a former GB Wimbledon ladies singles player. Played in the Davis Cup. And she's in the VIP area enjoying a night of the Arrows.
You and I are going to have to do some sort of celebrity charts as to who's the most famous person to come to the Worlds this year.
Jason Sudeikis is surely top of the shop at the moment. Ted Lasso, who was here on the first night or the second night.
Yeah, I think Laura Robson's probably in the top 3 right now.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see Ray Parler, our colleague, who was meant to be here early. I did have a scout round for him, but couldn't see him. So maybe he didn't make it. But, yeah, Laura Robson's up there. Lovely to see it.
I think maybe she's here tonight for Fallon Sherik.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, sorry, Fallon Sherik MBE.
There you go. And don't forget, it's also Luke Humphreys MBE, Luke Littler MBE. The gongs are being handed out around this fantastic sport just lately.
194 Wattimena in the second leg of the second set. It's all going his way, and that average of Grulich, which is mid-70s, it's not improving, unfortunately.
It's just incessant from Wattimena. Once he gets that groove going, 134 scored on that latest visit to get down to 60 after 12 darts. You've got to get it done inside 5 visits with a player like Wattimena if you're going to stand any chance. 20 for tops. Double 10 maybe for Wattimena. Oh, he's just on the outside, but again, he's not affected by it because Grulich's not on a finish. 178's what he's got left to get rid of.
It's not the end of the world. If you're going to miss a 60 check out, just make sure you don't leave double 5. 178 for Dominik. He goes down south. Only scores 40 after a single 19. And Wattimena immediately hits that double 10. This is looking pretty ominous at this stage. Now, there's 2 ways you can beat Jermaine Wattimena. You can go toe-to-toe with him. That's what Anderson of the Gary variety and Humphreys of the Luke variety, they've done it on this stage and it's gone to the death. The other way to beat him is to dictate the pace and make him just a little bit uncomfortable. Now, I don't think Dominik is experienced and wily enough to do that. I think he's just got to go up there, play his own game and pray that something clicks, because at the minute it just doesn't seem like it's happening for the German youngster.
There's a good 12-point difference in the 3-dart averages at the moment between these two.
Do you know what, as well, Dance, that you've got to have a plan B up there. This is best of 5 sets. It's not short format. This is a long format compared to the Pro Tour. If you know within a set that it's not going your way, and I'm talking about what happened with Nico Springer. If it's not going well after the first set, you've got to figure out something that you can do to make it better. Springer couldn't do that, and if Grulich doesn't do it, it's not going to happen for him as well.
Steady ton from Wattimena. 2-4-7 plays 2-4-1 in this third leg of the second set.
But he couldn't play the sweeper role. And in the first game,
Grulich,
it was a great game in that World Cup.
Playing at his own pace. He's not getting dragged in that way and getting through his darts quicker, but Wattimena straight to the hockey. The moment Grulich's retrieved his darts, straight in, looking, well, actually comes up with a tremendous visit on that occasion. Wattimena. But even though it's the Grulich throw, there's a 10-point lead that Wattimena has got.
10 points is very apt because it does feel like this mid to high 80s average from Wattimena is going to be more than good enough to win this by 3 sets to 0 at this stage.
Wattimena again coming downstairs to the 19s. Can't get anything, just 40 scored. He's lost his way a little bit during the course of this set. Chance for Grulich here. He's already got 1 leg. 117 the outshot. Comes down to the 19s. Picks off treble 20, double 19, well done. 117, how about that? And a little booyah to his VIP guests. That will make him feel a whole lot better, Dominik Grulich.
Yeah, there's nothing like a backwards 117. 54. Why he went 19s first, I've got absolutely no idea. I mean, you go 19s first, you leave yourself 98. So instead of trying to leave tops, you're almost trying to leave double 19, which nobody does. It worked, so he looks like a genius. If he misses that, myself and Mace will be castigating him. And we're not, because he's 2-1 down, he's still in the set.
By the way, apologies for the slight technical fault. There was a moment where you heard about 2 seconds of Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen and a few seconds of Tim Vickery and Danny Kelly having a chat, but got rid of that. It is the PDC World Darts Championship, night 8. Jermaine Wattimena, the 19th seed at these championships. 2 legs to 1 up in this second set against the German man on debut, Dominik Grulich. Oh, this is good, could be his first maximum. Go on. Oh, just tips below for a 140 for Grulich.
I don't care who you are or where you've come from. If you're playing on that stage, you want to get a maximum. It's on your list. 161's on his list as well. Young Dominik, he's got 6 darts for it. He's got a treble 20 now. He doesn't have to take it out. Wattimena's on 191, but see, thou shalt not give in to temptation, and he did. And Big 2 leaves 99. 2. He shouldn't have gone that way.
80 left with a single 19. Jermaine back on 191 less these. He picks off treble 19.
97.
So 97 scored to apply a little bit of pressure.
This is where you go for everything down the line. Treble 20's a bonus. Big 20's good. Just sail the next dart over the top of that, just like that. You have a dart at tops now to make it 2-2 in the second set. Incoming, just a little bit low, and Wattimena's got an opportunity 94. Now to win the second set.
94 left. He went for treble 18, single 18 hit, goes for 2 double 19s, but can't find even 1 double 19. So Grulich is back in to level things up here. Double 10. Settles himself. Just inside double 10, up to double 5. Oh, well done, he's pinned that. 2 good legs in a row from Dominik Grulich, and now he has the darts in the deciding leg as Wattimena's kind of been dragged down to Grulich's average level.
Are you reading my mind?
No.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Which is kind of what happened with De Decker and Manurea earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Dragged into a slugfest. Now, I mentioned a couple of ways that you can beat Wattimena. You can go toe-to-toe, or you can try and dictate the pace and draw him into your game. Well, Grulich's doing his best to do that. It's a gutsy move.
Like I said earlier, he's not rushing through his darts. He's getting from 1 to 3 in the time that he wants to. Steady ton, just to take a slight advantage. Oh, that's better from Wattimena, much better first start. Can't follow it in though, and ends up with a steady ton himself. That's an Austin Powers character.
I know why you're laughing.
I can't say who it is.
You can't do it.
It's the Scottish character from the Austin Powers movies.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Well, I think he's the one that's been on the Subway diet by the end of that movie.
Oh, we got another celebrity. It's Peter Crouch.
Well, he's just got a massive cheer.
I think he goes above Laura Robson. Well, back to the darts, and Grulich has actually got a really good chance of winning this set now.
Steve Sidwell's there as well.
He doesn't count. Well, I've got a really interesting point of view on this. Whoever is in charge of the cameras in the arena is actually quite irresponsible, because there's a darts match going on right now.
Well, they've stopped it now.
They're indicating that the crowd is more important. This is really poor.
Yeah, get that changed. 120 was the requirement for Grulich. This is an important point in the set. It's 2-2. And Grulich is down to 2 10s to take the set. I would never have thought this possible, as Wattimena's trebleless visits are piling on. He's got more trebleless visits than Grulich. Is this going to be 1-1 in sets? Oh, he's a good 2 centimetres away. Any closer? Much closer, but not close enough yet. There it is, 1-1. Dominik Grulich on debut takes a set off Jermaine Wattimena. Wattimena's average dipped a good, I would say, 20 points in that second set. Grulich only averaged 81, doesn't matter. He's got himself level. When we come back, we play to a finish between the Netherlands and Germany. It is Jermaine Wattimena 1, Dominik Grulich 1 on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Nuclear Club, get on target.
On the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page, subscribe and like. You'll get loads of content from us. Post-match interviews with all the winners from these World Championships, and interspersed with that, there's really good content that our darts correspondent Harry Durham puts together. Great recent chat with Gerwen Price. Has lots of fun with the pros, and that's always worth a look. So subscribe to the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, and you'll be able to access a whole load of content. That will also allow you to comment on our pages for the streams that we have for the 4 matches tonight. Still to come, Dave Chisnell against Fallon Sherik next up, and then Michael van Gerwen, multiple-time champion, against Mitsuhiko Tatsunami, and then Krzysztof Ratajski against Alexis Toilo rounds off the night. Nico, what you got for us?
Just looking at our followers on YouTube as well, someone said that Leah Williamson was here. It's a great point, actually. Great footballer.
And a lioness with trophies in the bank.
Indeed.
Actually, I'm so pleased for Leah, because I just happened to be at Leigh Sports Village one day when Arsenal were playing Manchester United in the WSL, and she did, as is happening to a lot of players in the WSL, she did her ACL, and she was out for I think it was a year, and so good that she came back and showing the strength that she does. Absolutely fantastic for Leah Williams.
People are really starting to get on board with the darts now. I think there were darts fans well before Ali Pali, and all of those fans were at home. Those famous people were watching at the Circus Tavern. They used to watch Lakeside back in the 80s and 90s. Now there are more seats, and there's a lot more social media attention. We're starting to show you now that more people love this sport than you realise. This is mainstream now. Get used to it, because everybody loves darts. And welcome to our world, because Christmas is nothing without darts.
It's very true. Think back to some of those great finals. Dominik Grulich's conducting a sing-along to Sweet Caroline. He's really getting into it now. I mean, we saw earlier Motomu Sakai absolutely loving every set. No nerves whatsoever for the Japanese on debut, and he got the job done against Thibaut Tricot, but he was doing dance moves, he was exhorting the crowd to join in. Absolutely loved every second up there on that stage. And then he said afterwards, in his post-match interview with Chris Murphy, that he only got into darts because he wanted to meet women at the age of 16. 12 years in the game. I hope it's worked for him. I'm assuming it has.
Well, have you seen any of the Japanese ladies?
Oh, not here,
They're
but there was
immensely talented, and they're all very pretty.
Yep.
People like Mikuru Suzuki, Natsubi Iwata, who's an incredibly talented Japanese dart player. Yukiya Sakaguchi, who wears a shirt and tie. Big fan of that.
Yeah.
They have their own community in the Japanese dart scene, and it's big. It's not just Tokyo, it's not just Osaka, it's all over the place. It's a huge community, and people want to be part of that.
Keep your messages coming in on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube chat. Got hundreds of you watching our stream on the board, and there's also lots of you listening on the talkSPORT app. You're all very welcome to our Thursday night coverage from Alexandra Palace on night 8 of these PDC World Championships. Jermaine Wattimena took the first set against the man on debut, Dominik Grulich, but Grulich has fought back to level things up which didn't look likely at the end of the first set, where Wattimena looked cool, calm and collected. But credit the German for getting things level. And Jermaine, the trebleless visits that I mentioned in passing, 15 to Grulich, but 20 to Wattimena.
Yeah. I think Grulich has done well to take advantage of a lack of output from Jermaine there. That's a rare 5, 6, 7 minutes off. I don't remember him averaging that poorly at any point of this season. I think about 85% of his games this year have been over a 90 average, which is remarkable. And now maybe a break at the right time has got him back in shape.
Just pops in a maximum from nowhere based on the darts he's been throwing in the past 10 minutes or so. We've been playing nearly 20 in terms of time elapsed on the hockey, and it took Jermaine less than 10 minutes to secure the first set.
96.
It puts it into perspective, doesn't it, Dance, that we've had 19 minutes and 51 seconds of game time, and by the time we'd played this long in the Ryan Joyce game this afternoon, he'd already won 3 sets and got through. That's how well he played. This is a very different game.
I think when we look back at the first round, I think we'll have to look at that Ryan Joyce performance and say, hang on, we need to actually highlight that performance just a little bit more.
We do. It was very efficient. 64% on the doubles.
Although in his interview with me afterwards, he wasn't particularly HP.
That's Ryan. Offer him $1 million and he'd say, where's the extra 10 grand?
Steady ton from Grulich, but Wattimena with the darts in this third set wants 80. Oh, he went for double 16, double 16.
Why? Why would you go 2 double 16s? It makes no sense.
Particularly when your opponent's way back on 219.
He's trying to open up the exhibition style stuff to take the pressure off his shoulders. That's what some players do. Just 1 double 16 this time and he finds it. But I'm not an advocate for 2 double 16s. It makes absolutely no sense in steel tip darts. So don't do it again, Jermaine. He's 1-0 up in the third set.
Into leg 2. 1 set all if you're just tuning into our coverage, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on the talkSPORT app. Crystal Palace in action on talkSPORT 2 tonight in the Europa Conference League.
Here he goes again. Maximum number 3 for the man who this year still hasn't figured out how to make the semi-finals of the European Tour, even though he's made the European Championship final. Although this year he's been better at getting into the final day. 2 quarter-finals and 3 last 16s in 5 European Tour events, which means he was very, very good on the European Tour without making any new ground.
Yeah. A couple of wins on the Pro Tour as well this year in Hildesheim and Wigan, in the second half of the Pro Tour campaign of floor tournaments. Lost the Euros final in 2024 to Richie Edhouse. That's another thing we were talking about, you know, major winners of recent times who've not been able to keep that level of performance, at Mike De Decker being an obvious example this afternoon. Edhouse is already out of this tournament.
Yeah. Grulich has just hit a 138 to lead tops. Wattimena's on a 170. Bullseye! Not quite, but my word, that was a close call. That was just left of the bull. Grulich's on tops. Hits it immediately. This is a good set. Quality is right there to be heard. 1-1 in sets, 1-1 in legs. A lot of people thought this was going to be 3-0 to Wattimena tonight. Anything but.
Well, I wouldn't have blamed people for thinking that after the first set. It looked a formality. But I have to credit Dominik Grulich, who's in for his first maximum, maybe? No, not quite. Just slightly over pitches the third dart.
Doesn't matter if you get 180s as long as you get a truckload of 140s. He's got more than Jermaine, so there's nothing wrong with that statistic, and his ton scoring's been okay. There's a little bit more evidence of the hesitancy to throw the dart, but he gets it perfectly right this time. Treble 20, followed by a big 1. Bad dart, and then dart 3's not much better in the low 5.
So Wattimena on throw in this third leg. He comes up with another trebleless visit. He's still leading that unfortunate metric, 23-17. And again, just a little bit of hesitation from Grulich. You feel for him. It's like watching Aspinall. When I watch Aspinall, I feel like I want to throw every dart with him. I'm just completely engrossed in the struggles that Nathan seems to have.
And we haven't even heard Nathan on this stage yet. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
He's in a section of the draw that could be quite
wild.
brilliant.
It's wild, that section. Grulich from 236, trying to pressurise Wattimena, who's down to 140. Could get a steady ton here. That's exactly what he has.
He really wanted 40 more points there to get to 96, though. You have to settle for 136. Wattimena's not going to take out 140, but if the last dart lands in the 60, it would have left tops, but he hits a 5 to leave 95. Who's got the advantage now?
Well, let's see what Grulich can do from 136 here. 116 left, so staying on the 20s. Oh, it's treble 5. Slightly to the left. Comes downstairs for the 19s and hits a single.
95 for Wattimena. He's got a treble 19. Double 19 splits in half. It's a little high. And he's gone for a 3 and hit a double. Oh my, not that. He's left 13, and Grulich has got a chance to lead this game for the first time. Now that he's hit the ball for double 16. Oh.
What a clutch finish from Dominik Grulich. He is 2-1 up. Nico's dead right. He's not been in front all game. Suddenly, from nowhere, the man on debut leads by 2 legs to 1, with the game poised at 1 set apiece on the talkSPORT app.
This tournament is carnage right now. Trying to pick winners is very, very hard. I met nobody over the last couple of days that thought Dominik was going to win this match. And he hasn't won it. He's only at the halfway point. He's got a set and a bit. He still needs a set and a bit to get through to the next round to play against Scott Williams, who was very, very good in his game.
He looked composed and almost a swagger about Scott Williams' performance earlier in the week. Grulich broke that throw in that last leg, but in pops a 180. Number 4 maximum from Jermaine Wattimena in this game.
He's got 3 in this set and he's 2-1 down. Does that tell you what kind of game Wattimena's brought to the stage tonight? Erratic.
Yeah. Won't be happy with this at all, Wattimena. No matter what happens, even if he comes away with the W in this game, the way he's gone about it will frustrate him.
It will frustrate him, but the most impressive thing about his frustration right now is he's not letting it overshadow anything he's doing whilst throwing. He's not getting frustrated and visually showing it. He's staying within himself and doing the right thing. 87, double 9 with the last dart. It's a bit wide, and Grulich's got a chance to win the set with 140. He's got a ton plus finish already of 117.
This won't go, just a single 20, so 100 left. Stay there, try and set up tops. Single 1 affects the throw, so burns a dart for double 4, just Jermaine Wattimena, and he's broken back. So we're into a deciding leg in set 3. Grulich's lead was short-lived.
That composure that the machine gun has just shown on that 18 checkout was world class. Because when you've got the equivalent of double 9 to stay in a set, some people would panic. Jermaine didn't. But he's only started with 60. As for Grulich, 3 times as many.
His first maximum of the night in a leg he wants to win to take the set against the darts. Incidentally, there's lots of people asking on our YouTube page how many 180s have been hit. We're up to 375 for the tournament with that one hit by Grulich just there.
We might make it to 1,000.
Oh, I think it's
a given, isn't it?
I think it's absolutely given.
Well, Jermaine is on 345. He can't leave a finish from that number. And Grulich is on 236. This is looking like Germany taking the lead over the Netherlands. In this tournament, the Germans are having a great time. Schindler, Hopp, through. Merck, through. Clemens, through. They're having a great event. And Grulich is having a very good leg. That is a ton to leave 136 after 9.
Yeah, our German friends from the television company next door to our room backstage, very, very content with what they've seen so far. Right, for the set, Dominik Grulich, 136. What have you got, Dominik? Only a single 20, so 116 cannot go from here. 96 left, stay there to try and leave double 18. Only 60 score.
This will be the biggest finish of the match. 150. He's not going to go for Wattimena. He's low on the 57. Then he's high. It's another trebleless visit to leave 92. Grulich has got 76 to go 2-1 up. There are no more breaks, remember. Oh, that doesn't help. That's a treble 1. 73 left with 2. Treble 11 maybe. I don't mind that play. He thinks he's got one chance to win the leg right there. But the problem with treble 11 is now he's got 62. He needs a treble to leave a double. He's still on 52 with Jermaine 40 back.
72 left for Wattimena. Double 18, double 18. One's got, but the other one sails wide of the target.
He tried to catch the flight of the double 18 that was it, and he missed it. As for Dominik, he's now looking at double top. He went for treble 12 and only just got the single. That was close. Tops for Grulich. Can he find it to win the set with his last dart in hand? He cannot. Wattimena has dodged a bullet.
Double 18 then for Wattimena. A centimetre away on the outside. Further away with the second dart. And inside with the last. He's blown it there. And Grulich's back in for 2 10s to go 2 sets to 1 up here.
Jermaine's friend Moreno Blom, left-hander from the tour, watching on, and it could be the German who takes the lead after all on double 10. I think he hit it. Can you hear that? Dominik Grulich has just made 3,500 people sing. Welcome to darts, everyone. We're in the heart of London, and 3,500 people are cheering for a German. This is a very cosmopolitan event, and I love it.
Well, seen 2 great examples today of players on debut at the World Championships playing out of their skin. One Japanese, one Kenyan. Now we've got a German leading the number 19 seed by 2 sets to 1. He's got the darts, Dominik Grulich, in this 4th set. 3 holes of throw, and he's through.
This is lunacy, isn't it? After set 1, Wattimena was cruising. He won by 3 legs to 1, and there was a gulf in the averages of about 15 points. Literally 20 minutes later in game time, Wattimena was playing poor darts, and he's 2 sets to 1 down. If he doesn't figure this out soon, this is going to be right up there as one of the biggest shocks of the tournament.
Now Wattimena trying to get that rhythm going. Maybe it is the pace at which Grulich is playing that is just unsettling the machine gun. Another great dart into treble 20 for Grulich. He's going to get down to a finish here. He's ahead at 4 points after 9 darts apiece. So 1-4-1 when he comes back, Dominik Grulich.
Jermaine is trebleless again until dart 3. That 96 score leaves him 149. Grulich's a little bit better off on 141 with this visit to come. Big 20, a section of the board that's looking a bit worse for wear now.
Yeah, whose points are ripping the fibres out of that 20 bed?
Wattimena.
149 for Jermaine won't go.
99.
He's left himself on 50, but 82. He's hit ball double 16 already tonight, Grulich. Nowhere near the ball that time. Single 6 hit. 76 left.
Now what do you do? Double-double? He went for double 18 and just missed it low.
42.
Now Wattimena comes back for 50 and he can't keep missing doubles. Tops it is, misses it low, double 10, and it's another miss. The panic button is very, very close now.
Barely a flicker from the crowd as well with that miss. It's tops for Grulich. He's a centimetre above. But that one plonks its way in towards the left-hand side. And that's the first of 3 holes of throw that Dominik Grulich needs.
If you polled 100 avid darts fans, pundits, analysts...
Is this your Bruce Forsyth impression?
Yeah.
We asked 100 pundits.
100 people would have said Wattimena. That's no disrespect to Dominik, but there is an absolute canyon between them form-wise very recently. I mean, Grulich only just got into the tournament in the 36th place. out of the 40 qualifiers. If he didn't make that final in Players' Championship 14 in Rosmalen early in the year, he would have been miles off.
27.
And yet here he is, admittedly just putting in a 27th throw with that visit. But he's got Wattimena right where he wants him. 2 sets to 1 up, the German, and 1 leg to zip up. Remember, this set, if he gets it, it's all over for the machine gun.
Just looking in the background there at Wattimena, when Dominik was struggling with his first dart, Wattimena closed his eyes and went through a little process of trying to stay calm. I think he's trying to manage the pace of this game as best he can. This is much better in this leg. 12 darts thrown, 80 left. If he doesn't take it out, there is a risk. 64. Now that Dominik is on a finish of 170.
So he went for tops. Tops from... What's he doing, Jermaine?
What are you doing, Jermaine? Honestly, that is crackers.
Dear, oh dear. Well, it would serve him right if the big fish gets reeled in by Grulich. He's got the first element, 1 treble 20. Can he get another? No, not on this occasion.
Jermaine Wattimena should be sitting on tops or 10s right now. He's sitting on 60 because of his own idiocy. Single 20 for tops. Misses it high with the first shot, but does get it after that. And that was a close call. When you're in a 4th set of a World Championship, don't make silly errors like that. Because if you lose the leg, you've only got yourself to blame.
If you're 2 sets to 0 up and 2 legs to 0 up, even then, taking a shot like that seems a little reckless.
Absolute lunacy to me. He did 2 double 16s on 64 earlier.
Yes, he did, you're right.
And he went 2 double tops when Grulich was on 170. Just do the smart thing.
But it's 1-1 in legs. But as we said, if Grulich just holds throw 3 times, there is nothing that Wattimena can do, and he will be heading home as a major casualty in this first round at Alexandra Palace.
Now that you've said casualty, I've got that jingle in my head.
Sorry. Good 140 from Wattimena there. Pressurising the Grulich throw. He's drifted into treble 5. The German comes downstairs for 19. Needed that treble 19. Needed that just to stay in touch.
Still only averaging 81 here, Grulich. But it's a pretty effective one considering the score that we have. 2 sets to 1 to the German. 1 leg all in the 4th set. Wattimena's on a finish of 164. Grulich is not going to get to 1, even with 99.
164.
2 treble 20s hit and sets himself up. Doesn't go for anything else, just make sure he's ready for double 16 when he comes back.
And that makes what he did in the previous leg even more baffling, because that right there, not going for the 164, was exactly the right play.
Yeah.
100. And you require 32.
Double 16 Wattimena. 1 dart needed. And that gives him a bit of hope, because now he's broken that Grulich throw, and he can now take set 4 if he holds this leg, and will take it to a decider.
Jermaine has been here before. Dominik has not. I just wonder if experience has started to kick in.
Well, 17 legs played. We talked about this. Pro Tour events are the first to 6 for the early rounds, and then if you're lucky enough to get to a final, it's the first to 8. So this is already more legs than you get in a Pro Tour final at Wigan or Leicester or Rosmalen or any of those places.
Well, how many times has Dominik Grulich played this kind of long format before, whether it's set or leg play? I'd hazard a guess is very, very, very little. A lot of the stuff he plays is best of 9 and best of 11, whereas Jermaine has been to the European final, which is best of 21 legs, and he's been to the later stages of the Grand Slam, where it's best of 31. He'll be feeling fine right now, engine-wise.
219 plays 280. Grulich trying to get half a dart ahead. He's done that. Not down to a finish, but 180 for the German, trying to break back. And a trebleless visit at the wrong time, completely the wrong time from Wattimena. Just 40 scored. He's not down to a finish.
He keeps pointing to his head as if to say, think. Well, I don't know what he's thinking, but it's not working. This is for Grulich, though. That is a beautiful 140 to leave tops. If he hits that, it's going to be one of those legs where it's game on or game over.
He's left himself on tops, Wattimena, but Grulich has 3 darts in hand to break back. He's underneath, down to double 10. A centimetre on the outside. And the same with the final dart. Set point for Jermaine Wattimena. Underneath tops, down for 10s. Hits double 6, double 4 next door. And a huge puff of the cheeks from Jermaine Wattimena. I'm staying here, he says, as he points to the ground beneath his feet, which nearly opened up and swallowed him. It's 2-2 in sets for into a decider, Paul Nicholson.
That is the world's quickest change of reaction I've seen on this stage. He's just won the 4th set to make it 2-2. His initial reaction was, oh, I'm going to go crazy. And then he realised, oh, hang on a minute, I haven't won yet. Let's just calm it down. Let's just keep it placid. Now we just got to stay in the moment. Let's not get carried away. That's the maturity of Wattimena, which he has shown a great deal over the last 18 months. Now let's see if he can use it.
So, deciding set underway. Wattimena with the darts. Both started with a 60, but a 125 from Wattimena. Now we'll see what Grulich is made of as it gets more grueling into these latter legs.
Yeah, 2 sets all, 10-8 in legs to Wattimena. That doesn't really mean anything now. It's a 1-set situation that could actually go to 11 legs.
Wattimena not hanging around here, trying to get down to a finish as quick as he can. Kurt Bevan-Jigonier calling out the scores on the stage. And Dominik Grulich, who's got 1 maximum to his name. He's had that moment.
83.
Oh, has a wicked deflection into treble 1.
Second game in a row today that's gone the distance as well after that Mike De Decker, David Manurea game. Interesting stuff. That one didn't go the distance in the final set. I'm pretty sure that Jermaine does not want to go the distance right here.
60.
Absolutely not. 61 he needs. 15. And then 14 for double 16.
29.
Outside. But he'll be back because Grulich is 198 for the leg.
I think Wattimena's best technical advancement over the last couple of years has been that drawback of the dart has been a bit more methodical. It's been a bit quick tonight, not going to lie. Double 16. It's very, very left. It's getting closer, not much room to work with. And Grulich can still win this leg. He's not really been in it at any point until now. He's got 75.
Can't believe what I'm watching. Treble 17. That's the target for Grulich. Ah, hit single 2, 73. Where's he going? Treble 11 hit for double top.
55.
Just inside.
Tried that earlier, it didn't work. Didn't work at all because Wattimena, who breathes another sigh of relief, has got a 1-0 lead in the final set. I wonder if Scott Williams is watching this thinking, you know how good Scott Williams is at the psychological side of the game?
Oh, yeah, he can psych anybody out.
I get the feeling if he's got Wattimena, he'll try and tie him in ribbons.
Yes. I don't doubt it for a second.
That'll be a watchable game. And listenable, if that's a word. Audible. That's the one.
Very audible game. I like that.
Go.
Thanks for all your comments on the YouTube page. A lot of you thinking that Grulich has blown it. Another saying taxi for Jermaine. This sport, I love it. Just when you think you've got it sussed, you can have one visit that completely throws you off kilter.
I'm still telling Jermaine off for going tops on 80. That was just so poor when it comes to board management. That was row Z of the board management book, or page 365. Don't do it. From 310, you could leave a finish. He's not going to, but he has got a nice lead of 112 here. Dominik is starting to lose ground again, and that average in this set is not good.
73 average for the set, Grulich, compared to Wattimena's unspectacular yet more superior 84 for a 3-dart average.
58.
And another trebleless visit And Grulich is catching up Wattimena on that metric, 33 plays 30.
96.
So, just shy of 100 for Wattimena as he picked off treble 19.
You know, earlier when Grulich had 117 and he went 19s first, which made very little sense. He still hit it. It's the only ton plus trick out of this game. Jermaine's got 114. He's following the rule book. Single 20. Didn't get the treble 18. But a treble-less visit there, that's all right. It could have been a lot worse than leaving 56. He will have a look at that number to take a 2-0 lead in the final set. And Grulich is not on a finish. He's on 172.
But he's going to get down to a 2-dart kill here. So 72 left for Grulich, but Wattimena gets first dibs to go 2-0 up, 16 for tops. And that's very efficiently punished. One leg away then, Wattimena. And he's got the darts in this third leg, so I think Grulich starting to realise that the game may be up.
Do you remember the conversation we were having this morning when we were looking at the fixtures? And I said, Jermaine Wattimena is the poster child in World Darts for someone who needs somebody there. Stage left, where his friends and family are, he needs them. Because when he's got a sticky wicket, he needs someone familiar close by to look at, to be inspired. He's needed them tonight. He really has. If they weren't there, I think he would have lost this match. And now he's only 320 points from winning it.
Grulich not giving up quite yet, though. Good treble 20 to start this visit. Ends up with a ton. But Wattimena back in the red bit, at least with the first dart, and a good 140 in the end. So he's not down to a finish, but just looking around, and as you're right, making eye contact with those special to him in the VIP area, it does clearly mean something to Jermaine Wattimena.
I just looked at his body language right there. He's knackered. Yeah. He wants this finished. This has been, for the want of a better phrase, grueling. It's been hard work, and he's nearly there. He's 40 points away. He's 2-0 up in the last set, and there's nothing Dominik can do to stop Wattimena from crossing the line.
41. Jermaine, you require 40.
Okay, tops for Wattimena. There it is. And he throws his remaining 2 darts to the deck, punches the air. He's got the job done, but boy, oh boy, did Jermaine Wattimena have to work for that. Want to improve on that if he's going to get deeper into this tournament.
Absolutely. Now, we can surmise that performance and talk about the things that he did wrong, because there were a few things that he did incorrectly. But the one overriding thing that Jermaine Wattimena did correctly there was that he managed his adrenaline magnificently. At the end of set 4, when he got himself back into the match, he knew that he needed more from the tank, and he decided not to celebrate that set in a big way. He left enough, and he won that last set by 3 legs to 0. I don't think that's a coincidence. Maturity, a bit of know-how, and some form has got him across the line. It wasn't vintage, but it was good enough to win, and that's all he needed tonight.
And just quickly, Dominik Grulich, he'll benefit loads from that experience tonight, won't he?
Most definitely. Dominik is ahead of schedule in his career. We wish him well in the development tour next year. He's got 1 more year left on that. He's got 1 more year left on his tour card as well. I'd like to see a little bit more progression from Dominik next year, but Germany have got someone who's out of the tournament, which is a bit of a rarity here in 2026.
It is. Well, Nico Springer went as well, let's not forget, which was a big surprise. But the machine gun is through, beating Dominik Grulich by 3 sets to 2. Congratulations to Jermaine Wattimena. Next up, oh, this could be absolutely anything. Chizzy against the Queen of the Palace. Fallon Sherik taking on Dave Chisnell. And the 2 Chris's, Murphy and Mason, will bring you that game next on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Just look for the fresh stream on our page for Sherik against Chisnell, or on the talkSPORT app.